one of the, I think through this pandemic that we're going through, we need to start doing these all the time, every season. So for traditional Native people, we don't celebrate holidays, we celebrate seasons. And this year, or right now, solstice, that would be our new year because we're closing out this past year that went by. And this year, we're welcoming that new year, hopefully with new feelings, with prayers for wellness, that everyone's going to make it through this pandemic. And I think this was prophesied for several years that the sickness is going to go on. And we've been hearing about it for several years, and now we're finally witnessing what's happening. So this morning I have our tobacco, which is, I got all of our 4 sacred medicines here. So we got all our 4 sacred medicines here. And thank you to the Forest Preserve for allowing us to come out and use one of their spaces. And hopefully this is the beginning of a great relationship of letting our Native people come back into these natural settings that we have here. In the city, they're hard to come by, but we want people to realize these are still going on within Native communities, but not only North American communities, indigenous communities throughout the world, and that these are the times that we celebrate. So I'm going to, what we use our tobacco for is when we ask for something from the earth, we need to put something back in its place. And that's what our 4 medicines are for. So we always take our tobacco with our right hand, because that's the hand that's the closest to your heart. And you pray from your heart. If we don't have scripted prayers that we say what comes from our heart, asking Creator for guidance in our everyday life, with our families, with this world, and with everything that this world is going through right now. It's not affecting a few, it's affecting millions. But also during this time, I think it's also teaching us, this earth creator is teaching us a lesson that everything is not materialistic, that we need to come back. We needed to slow down. We needed to step back. We needed to learn how to take care of our bodies. And a lot of these medicines that we use as traditional people all come from this ground, all come from this earth, the trees, the plants. When we pray for the 2-legged and the 4-legged. Life matters. It's not. Life is what matters. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world, and it's about, they're saying lives matter. Lives do matter. But the most important thing is that life of everything that this earth gives us. This earth is sick right now, and it's making us wake up. It's making us aware of our surroundings, of our teachings. And it's not all about, yes, we are losing loved ones, but it's also reminding us they're just going on to that spirit world, that they're fine over there. They're not suffering. They're ancestors that are there. And we're all going to be going there sometime. But we need to learn how to use our plants medicines. We're learning how not to waste. We're learning how to protect the water, because water is the one thing that this earth has given us that we need for absolutely everything that we use in our daily lives. It waters the trees, it waters the plants, it nourishes our bodies. Not one thing in this earth can be created without water, and we need to bring that out and make people aware of that. So I'm going to, you want to pass the tobacco around? So we're going to pass the tobacco around. You just need a pitch, and you're going to say your prayers. And after she passes it, we already smudged everybody with our sage, and that's to purify your mind, purify your thoughts, purify your body. I have some cedar water that I brought, and we brought a small feast for the spirits and the ancestors that we're calling on to come and help us make it through this critical time that we're experiencing. None of our grandparents have ever been through a pandemic like this that is worldwide, not just the United States. Native people have had diseases that have taken a lot of tribal members, but just a handful, they grew and they're strong now. But we need to let everybody know they should be thankful every time that sun rises, every time that sun sets, that they had a good day. If they can walk, they can talk, they can work, they can do something. That this is not a time to idly sit by. This is a time, and fortunate. On the plus side of it, we can't have our ceremonies like we normally do throughout the country, and we usually travel to go to them. But a lot of them now are being brought online virtually because there's so many people out there that are suffering, that are having a hard time, that don't know how to cope with this. So I want to take a few minutes for us to say our prayers with our tobacco. Once we say our prayers, we're going to put it back into the shell with our prayers, and then we got strawberries. Strawberries are very important for us because after this winter goes by, right now Creator gives us this winter that's going, and the moisture, the snow, to freeze everything for it to come back again next year, and it's all a life cycle. Everything has a life cycle, and this is the Earth's life cycle. And we don't need to look at it in a negative way. We need to look at it in a positive way, that when springtime comes, our berries are going to come to us. And we have our strawberries, which is the first fruit of the season that He brings to us. And we're always thankful. It's also called a heartberry, because if you look at it, it looks like your heart. But that's one of the very first medicines, so we're going to offer some of that medicine, a strawberry medicine, once with our tobacco. And the tobacco will be taken down the river, because we're at the Little Calumet River. We're here at Whistler Woods, and that river connects with the Calumet River, which flows into the Lake Michigan. For years, our Native community has done this. They were doing it at Foster Beach, right on the lake. If it was zero, there were people out there praying for that water, praying for the season, praying for everything that we need to survive. This year, we're bringing it here. I know there's a few other circles that are going on, and thankfully they're going on all over the country this morning, because this is going to be the shortest day of the year. So I'm going to just take a moment to say my prayers for the earth, for all the people that are suffering right now, to give them some kind of comfort, and for everybody to wake up, to start realizing that. Go ahead, if you need to put another. But these are small steps to get back to having having the earth that's going to provide everything that we need. It's sometimes when you have too much, you need to lose some stuff to really have it. And I think that's what's one of the reasons that this has started and this has happened. And this is that time we're supposed to remember. So just say your prayers, pray from your heart, pray what you think. Um, you want it. You want nothing but good to happen for people and for all people. Because we're trying to stay socially distanced here, I think we'll just give each other a wave, because usually we go in a circle with everything. Our traditional ways, everything goes in force, cycle of force, where it's continuous, it never ends. And so we are going to give everybody a berry today, and we have water. Usually we have our cup of water and we take a drink of our water too, because that cleanses us out. And then I also made some cedar tea today. So everything can be done the way we usually do it because of this time and we're trying to be safe and socially distanced. So this is just hopefully the beginning of one of our year-long ceremonies that we have here at Whistler Woods and the Forest Preserve. But I can't thank you enough for inviting us out to be able to do this. And it's usually nothing is recorded, but because of the time that we're in and people need those prayers and they need to see how things are going, then we chose to go ahead and try to share some of our culture. So the berries, we were taught too. You even eat the greens. You don't throw that away, but you eat every part of it. We're going to ask Adam to take this down to the river. Our prayers, our offerings, and he'll put it. Don't put the whole shell. Down to the river. They said there's a steep embankment, so we can put a slide in. But laughter is a medicine. We all need that laughter in our lives. Of the monotony or the heartache that we have had during the day. It's hard to lose somebody. Then you have the memories of them. So don't take the day for granted. And I know a lot more. We're all telling each other we love you. Because we truly do care about our families, care about our friends, our co-workers. Everybody needs help right now, and I think that's what we all need right now. Glitch Adam for putting that off to the river. It's eventually going to make its way out to the lake. And I understand. But some people may not have joined late, or they may have not heard the words that I had said earlier. But my Indian name is Nanangokwe, which means Star Woman. My everyday name, my English name, is Cindy Fox Star. I am native. I am Omaha and Odawa. I have been born and raised here in the Chicago land Indian community, and we do have quite a large community here. And I want to thank Cook County Forest Preserve for reaching out and asking us to have one of our ceremonies in one of their park facilities. And we're hoping that this is a relationship that's going to grow. I currently work at American Indian Health Service here in Chicago as a I'm the outreach director and youth program coordinator, and we also have another Native organization that's here with us today, and that is the St. Kateri Center. They are affiliated with the Archdiocese of Chicago, but they've welcomed and incorporated some of our Native teachings into their church. If you want to get some more information, you can look them both up on Facebook. Again,
This was just a small ceremony. I know there's several others going on throughout the country today, as this being winter solstice. And this is, for us traditionally, this would be our new year that we're welcoming in. And we practice our culture by the seasons, not by the holidays. I know a lot of people are out there stressing it's Christmas, and it's not about gifts. It's not how many gifts you can give. It's spending the quality time with each other, spending time with your kids, spending time doing some activity with them. But with this pandemic, we're learning how valuable spending time with each other is. And I just truly want to thank Adam and Gloria and the Chicago Audubon Society for being here with us today to do this. And I hope you all practice and let us help save this earth. We will get through this pandemic, but we all gotta care about our earth too. That's what's gonna give us everything we need. So water. Pray for the water. Pray for clean water. Because if you think about it, it's even the vaccines that we have that are they're producing to make the vaccines. Everything starts with water. So we really need to raise our awareness on water. So with that, I think we'll have some of our cedar tea. Cedar is one of our sacred medicines. I had used sage, tobacco, and sweetgrass here. We did our offering, and for some people, this is the first day of a 4-day fast. They'll come out again in 4 days, but we can do that through at our own homes to go out and say our prayer and greet that sun again on the 4th day. Some people will fast for 4 days. It used to be from food with just a little bit of water. In recent years, we've been fasting from a lot of things. It's even putting your cell phone down, turning off your computer, turning off Facebook, so that it gives you time to reflect on what you need and how you need to grow as a person, and to help yourself feel better and those surrounding you. So with that, I want to say miigwech to everybody that had hands in putting this together, and I wish everyone a good day.